wrapping up another year and looking back and just being thankful and grateful to all of our team members all around the world, team in Ukraine that has to work through these daily conditions, team in Philippines, team in Romania, and everywhere else. Thankful to all of the incredible clients that have been with me since some of them have been with me since 2014 and so forth. Still ongoing, rebuilding. We're on some of the client campaigns, we're in our second rebuild, whether it's a rebrand or whether it's a refresh or a pivot into a new direction. And when I look back on this year, what a roller coaster. And something I'm so thankful for is every time there are big shifts in algorithms, new technology rocks up and another wave of people singing SEO is dead, makes my job so much easier, because all of the people that got into this space for the wrong reasons, get rich quick, are leaving for other get rich quick cryptos and NFTs and whatever the new trend is, AI affiliate and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just one foot in front of the other, more sites at my disposal, more sites to test the algorithms of what works and what doesn't, more assets. I'm grateful to all of the losses. Now, it's definitely painful when the loss is on a client site, on an active client campaign. But I'm thankful to the losses that happen on my personal sites, which are there as test sites to begin with. They're there as lead gen sites. They're there as linking sites, whatever you want to call them. I still build lots of these sites. And if we go back 15 years ago, the ultimate reason I started to build these, what I call rank and rent sites, wasn't to make money. It was that I was too afraid to make SEO edits to client sites, friend sites, family sites, because sure, I read all of these things that can be done on forums that do this and do this, but I'm risking someone's business here. I'm risking somebody's livelihood. So I started to pick up these domains, these suburb domains, these city domains in various spaces. Of course, I went after the lawyers and the accountants and the dentists, and I got a real quick reality check that you're not going to rank for Injury Lawyer Melbourne, you're not going to rank for dentist near me, but you might rank for dentist plus suburb. And so that was the ultimate reason for all of these sites that I started to build, is I wanted to test my theories like a demo environment before rolling these things out on real websites, real client campaigns. And fast forward 15 years, and some of these sites are topping 100K, 50K monthly traffic, and these are test sites. So when they take a hit, I'm actually really grateful that I'm learning on what not to do on sites that are not client sites. So everything that moves up, everything that moves down, I'm learning from. And one of the things that I love doing, I'll give you another example, is we've got a boxing gym opening up a new location in a new suburb. I've gone and picked up 2 domains in the boxing plus suburb and suburb plus boxing key terms. And one of the reasons I do this is I want to see the cost of entry to market, and I'm testing for how low it might be. It's like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Now, I wouldn't pick up a site like Injury Lawyer Melbourne because I just know that there's just no chance that it might pop. But something in a suburb space or a space which gets less than 100 searches per month, you've got this chance that no one else might be targeting that key term, or especially no one else with an SEO background and understands the basics of SEO. So sometimes the game that I'm playing is, what is the minimal effort that I can use to rank a site? Now, don't get me wrong, it's still quite a big operation. We set up WordPress, we set up the plugins, everything's licensed. We plan out the pages, we plan out TF-IDF, so term frequency on certain pages. But all of this just gives me more assets to learn from, and then I know exactly what I need to implement on my client campaigns. Now, just today I pulled some data on 2 boxing sites. Now, these are sites which are my ownership. One is boxing plus keyword, geo. The other one is geo plus keyword. So I rotated, I ranked one site, and then I'm like, what happens if I just rotate the keywords and rebuild a new unique site? I duplicated it and just rewrote the content, so the content of the site is unique. And all I'm doing here is I'm just testing how low the cost of entry, how low the bar is in certain spaces. Sure, each site has been smashed with about 100 blogs, a lot of backlinks, so this comes with a substantial cost. Like, the value of these is through the roof. I've got 2 boxing gyms that those sites are pushing leads to. So I built geo pages, so 30 geo pages that are pushing lead to one boxing gym, another 30 geo pages are pushing leads to another boxing gym. I pulled some data and there was something like 110 leads that came from my referral site. And we've got data that every converted lead, which is 1 in 3, brings something like a grand or $2,000 worth of revenue. So showing you the value that these sites are bringing, let alone pushing competitors down the page, SEO juice, brand exposure. We're not tracking the phone calls on that site. It's just a lead form, so we know how many leads came from there. So I'm just like, it's not about the wins and bragging about the wins. It's looking back at the losses and being like, all right, we just don't do that. We do it this way. And so, takeaways for the year. I always watched how Google makes decisions. And it came down to these lists of things that must be done to please the Google gods. Having the titles, and I can't stress the importance of a real brand and natural movements of a real brand. How does that look? Google listing, reviews, a physical location, bonus points. Social media, which gets regular updates. Bonus points if it's social media that gets founder-led or someone that is an authority on the topic, right? So then it's not like Google's going to go and crawl the social media and inspect, is this real content or not? It's just they see source traffic and sources of where the site gets pinged from. Let's face it, Google has all this data. Oh yeah, there's some actions coming from socials, there's some actions coming from Google listing, there's some reviews, and then it's just a game of averages versus competitors. And you have this natural flow of events, backlinks, service pages, blogs, answering queries, answering FAQs, YouTube that answers those FAQs. Look, diversifying source traffic, diversifying where we get the traffic from is a must these days. So my priority a lot of the time for local businesses is local SEO, so getting traffic from Google Maps, organic SEO, which is getting traffic from standard listing results. My next will be a Google ad, which sends traffic to the landing page. And this all sends traffic to the website, and Google respects that. And also, there's a myth out there that when you turn on a Google ad, Google actually ranks you higher, and I've seen that play out so many times. And then, where it matters, a Facebook ad. So for example, a boxing gym, if it's just boxing, then a Google ad will do really well. But if it's a boxing gym that also has sauna and ice bath and recovery, I found that a Facebook ad does better than a Google ad, because the term boxing gym and boxing key terms, the intent of that term is I'm just looking for a boxing class to go to. I don't care about saunas, but a lot of the time they don't know what other options are out there. So Facebook ad instantly teaches you that, because you've got the media and you can show the videos and make people intrude on their time and intrigue them with your ad, right? So that's the playbook. And so what we're doing, we're diversifying where the attention is coming from, so Google can see the maturity of that asset and respect it a bit more than our competitors. It's about the analogy of we're outrunning a bear. There's 3 of us. I just need to outrun the other 2. I don't need to be Usain Bolt. I just need to outrun the other 2. Same with this. We just need to overtake the next competitor, which essentially will prioritize traffic to us over them. We're not taking traffic from them. It's not their traffic. One of the things I keep hearing is we stole their traffic. It wasn't theirs. It's people looking for the thing and just be the best result. Give the best engagement.